Mine is definitely not black screen.
Yours definitely isn't black screen, but mine was. It's not anymore.
Good.
So, for community, we're going to have Captain Marvelous on Officer Vi, Hired Gun Lucian being played by Nomus Pervitus, Dr. Muno being played by Dinox, Do It for Lucky on Championship Thresh, and Ron Asher on that surprise party Fiddlesticks.
And in the red corner, we have the birthday boy Zyrene on Pantheon, Riot Aether on the Eye of the Void Vel'Koz, Riot Bacon Makes Everything Better Hawk on Sun Goddess Karma, Riot Aphic on Phoenix Quinn, and C3 Surround Sound on Glacial Malphite.
I like that. I like the pizzazz that was added in there. Quite enjoyable. The Riot Bacon Makes Everything Better Hawk. And that's those. I still can't get over the creepiness of that Sun Goddess splash art.
Really?
Yeah, it's just her face. I don't know. It's just super creepy to me.
The
she almost looks like she
fit
should
it.
be a statue, and her face just kind of like comes out, almost like it's like too bright, I guess.
I don't know. I think I mentioned it last week that the splash art reminds me of like someone you'd see dancing like with a fruit hat on. I don't know. It just kind of looks like that to me. But you're right. The face doesn't really fit it for some reason. Anyway, we have
Everybody loaded except for Captain Marvelous on my screen.
yeah, same here.
It's not Lollipoppy creepy, that is for sure.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Lollipoppy creepy. I love Lollipoppy though. That is like my favorite skin.
But speaking of creepy, we have a surprise party Fiddlesticks up there.
We do. Surprise Party Fiddlesticks is my favorite Fiddlesticks skin though. I mean, you're throwing around balloon animals. You got party favors. I mean, he's carefully wrapped in wrapping paper. As you can see, he's got like a wrapping paper skirt on, I guess. Does that make sense? With ribbon all over? I mean, come on. He's just awesome.
Well,
He's
like
just a
in
whole
his
lot of
basic
awesome.
skin, it looks like a flower sack or something. So I guess they have something to kind of fit that look in a birthday party skin. But we are on the Rift. And
Yes.
welcome to Game 1, Riot Vs Community. With
Right,
the
right,
middle
he's done
sticks.
everything. The middle sticks. I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out with the middle sticks. I haven't seen Fiddle in the Middle. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while since I've seen that, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how this ends up playing out for them.
When was the last time you played Middle Fiddle? Just out of curiosity.
I think I played it when I'd first picked Fiddle in a solo queue game, and then someone else decided they were going to jungle anyways. And I just had to go to the middle. And I really didn't know what to do. I mean, I knew all his mechanics, but like as far as the build, everything's a little bit different.
Bot lane.
In bot lane, we're going to see Zyrene jump in there and Do It for Lucky. Didn't have any backup there yet, but they need to be careful down here. Do It for Lucky. Oh, he's going to get vaulted, taking big damage, flashes over the wall. A good job right there, too, because that was almost in crit area. As Riot Aether's down there as well, so they have successfully 4-man invade into the Tri-Brush, and they got a support flash out of it, so very worthwhile for them. Karma actually starting with the Spell Thief's Edge, which is pretty excellent now, especially if you get a chance to auto-attack. It's a really great starting item. Now, the coin doesn't have health regen.
Now, you did mention it almost got into that 15% health crit area, but Heartseeker Strike was not the first ability that Zyrene went with.
Ooh, good
so I'm not
point.
sure it would have mattered.
And
Anyway,
now they're
we
here,
got
the red buff. They're going to walk into a... Oh my goodness, the silence is huge. C3 Sound has flashed away on Glacial Malphite. So getting flash for flash on the invades, doing a great job right here. Zyrene's going to ward up, moving forward. Interesting to see the jungler start with the early ward. And they're going to put a lot of vision right here. Zyrene is already worried about going into this brush again because he doesn't have a second ward to get in there. He's going to face check it, and he's safe. Little did he know.
Yeah, and we're looking at the bot lane here as well. Ooh, good ulted Q there. But the early force back that they did on both of the bot laners is actually going to give Riot a really good edge here. Especially with Quinn, you want the extra levels just to be able to jump in and combo like he wants to right now.
Oh, but he's going to get hooked right into a full minion wave. They're all level 1. The Ignite is down. Barrier's going to be popped and a flash. What a great hook from Do It for Lucky. They weren't level 2 yet. Nobody was. And Aphic ate that long... That was a max range death sentence bring him in there, getting double summoners. So now support on one side and AD carry on the other side without summoners.
Yeah, and that's wait, both of them. Bacon Hawk still has his flash, and Nomus, Pernic, something.
Nomus, we'll just call him Nomus.
I'm gonna call him Gnome or Nomus. But yeah, we still have a couple flashes down there. Riot Aphic, by the way, we noticed went with the Vault first, and that's not something you actually usually see on Quinn. Oh, another ulted Soul Flare landing right in Nomus. But it's actually really good for your burst, and it's Quinn's only real crowd control besides her blind. She can interrupt you and knock you back a little bit, but it also adds that second mark of her passive, which adds a lot of early burst, and the Riot Aphic has really been using that to its full advantage already with the Tribush skirmish we had, and already forcing his own flash in that engagement, actually.
Yeah, mid lane we see the CS lead already being huge.
Hook
Another
shot.
hook's going to land in the bottom lane. Bacon Hawk putting on the shield right there and walking out of that one, but taking a good amount of harass. Do it for Lucky, right? Really on par with these hook shots, just grabbing them left and right. I haven't looked, but I haven't seen him miss one yet. He's pretty much locked down. He had one level one,
Yeah.
and then that one right there. So he's been landing every hook shot that he's thrown out there. So if that keeps up, this is going to be a very competitive lane.
Oh, Riot Aether's really low.
Oh, so mid lane, Aether's going to get the ignite.
It's not gonna do it. He's
Ron Asher's not going to die, though. He's got the health pot, so he got both flash and ignite right there. And commanding this mid lane, though, Aether has done a really good job at harassing and getting Fiddlesticks out of there. Now, the problem with Vel'Koz is versus a Fiddlesticks is you can always knock him up. And up in the top lane, Dinox is taking a lot of damage. C3 Sound, though, getting too close, gets the counter, and gets a little too greedy. The Ignite versus Ignite right there. And that's going to be Community drawing first blood.
Yeah, a little too greedy there from C3 Sound. We've already seen a lot of heavy aggression in every lane. Mundo just still getting those damage sound effects in my ears from him taking minion damage. Riot Bacon Hawk for the first time misses a Q, but they're going in bot lane.
Yeah, they're going to go in. A good flay away right there. The blind is down. Do it for Lucky's really low. He's ignited. And the last auto attack. Karma picking up the kill. Bacon Hawk, they really planned that engagement right there because they had the Karma on the inner flame, and they basically stopped them from running away because they'd have to run over the slow and take the second amount of damage, which lined Aphic up for that perfect double blind.
Yeah, and the downside of being Quinn, of course, you really don't have that great of an auto attack range. The last hit did have to go to Bacon Hawk on the support, but it's a support that actually scales ridiculously well with the AP in the poke area. We've already seen Bacon Hawk on top of landing all those soul flares and doing a lot of damage with them to really get control of the lane, on top of Aphic making Community's bot lane just scared of trading, which is what Quinn does very well.
We really haven't seen any jungle action at all. Now, Vi has a much better early game gank than Pantheon does. I mean, Pantheon can pretty much hit level 6 and then just start man-dropping all over the map. Typically, you see him bottom lane for that there's two people there, I mean, just pick one, stun them, and get a kill. But we haven't seen any Vault Breakers come out of Captain Marvelous for early game to help kind of stave off some of the aggression from bottom lane and mid lane. Even top lane, actually. They've all been down into tower range, and a well-placed Vi could have turned those into kills.
Yeah, you're right, especially with the flashes being burned all over the map this early. It surprises me that the junglers haven't really bothered doing anything about it. We do see Captain Marvelous trying to get up into the top lane, but mid lane...
Oh, Ron Asher's going to take a lot of damage. He doesn't have flash up. There's the ultimate. The Eye of Sauron burning him down right there. The laser beams are too strong. I don't even know the name of it right now. Lifeform Disintegration Ray. And Vi's going to come back towards this mid lane, but going to eat some of the harass and have to fall back right here and just farm the lane. Good gank from Pantheon. As we were talking about, it came from his own raid. C3 Sound taking a lot of damage right here. Forced to flash. Dinox actually flashing in, but the Unstoppable Force is there, and they trade each other's life. Mundo diving this time. And a good play from Malphite there. He hit level 6, I think, just in time.
Yeah, he did. It was the Mundo, whose name Dunox. How do you pronounce that? Dunox?
I was just calling him Dunox.
Anyway, he hit level
Like
6
dude.
a lot earlier than C3 Sound did on Malphite, and we have a disconnect. But
There's a hook in the bottom lane, though. Aphic taking a big amount of damage. There's no blind right there for Captain Pervious. Captain Nomus, not Captain. I'm like mixing them all up for Nomus right there, and that's gonna be a pause. We're gonna wait for Vi to go ahead and reconnect here, but that was a really good trade. I mean, if they're landing hooks, they're gonna be taking a lot of damage. Karma has shields, but she doesn't have a bunch of sustain to give them.
Yeah, and we saw also just now a lot of another reason that Quinn actually really shines in the bot lane, especially against all-in supports like Thresh that can jump in on top of you. If you save the vault to use only defensively, you can always get out of an engagement really easily. That doesn't stop you from taking damage until you get out, but it does disengage fairly well, and that's exactly what Aphic just did. After Do It for Lucky used the second active on the death sentence, came in, got the flay down, but then Aphic bounced off back towards safety, and it stops. It probably stopped him from dying and stopped him from burning either of his summoner spells, which he still has both of them up.
Yeah, and we just C3 Sound came in and said that it's going to be a minute, and they want me to put up the chat. So let me put the chat on screen here. Zoom. All right. I don't think I can move the chat, can I? Without... oh, there we go. All right, so I have the chat up here. I'm not sure what I'm looking at exactly.
Me neither. It looks like a bunch of random gibberish.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Hail Helix. Never seen that one. Down 9, left 3, up 7.
Yeah.
Praise Bird Jesus. All very important things to... I mean, it's pretty much your typical trash talk that you see.
Yeah. Except it doesn't mean much.
It doesn't mean much to me, at least.
Praise... Curse the false prophet Flareon. Wait, isn't Flareon a Pokemon?
You know, I know the 151 Pokemons, but I don't really know a Pokemon.
Okay, I've only played
ones.
one Pokemon game ever, and I'm fairly certain Flareon is one of the Eevee evolutions.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
The chat is going to probably confirm or deny that. I don't know which, but that's my guess.
I guess so. Hey, don't be yelling at Zyrene. Not only is it his birthday, but he's the only real man on the Summoner's Rift right now.
The Mantheon.
That's right.
We haven't seen
He's
a
got
man
a helmet.
drop yet.
You don't have to see his face, but you know what? It's probably very manly. I mean, he's got a really strong jaw, a little cleft in his chin. You know what I'm saying? Badass cheekbones, some really angry eyebrows. I expect his eyebrows to be angry all the time.
Yeah, those eyebrows haven't done a man drop yet, though. We're still waiting on that.
I'm actually rocking the Leonidas beard right now from the 300, so I mean that works. That works pretty well. I have not been paying attention to Twitch-based Pokemon. I guess it took them 16 days for the chat to win the game.
I'm surprised they finished it all, to be honest.
You are. I mean, I don't know how that worked, but it was really popular. Really, it's still going. There's like 5 Twitch-based Pokemon.
Oh no.
Which is crazy. There's one for like each game, so it's pretty crazy. Colleen's just button mashing.
How many Pokemon games are there?
Jeez, I don't even know. I own Fire Red on Game Boy Advanced.
That's the only one I have as well.
That's the only one
Seriously?
I bought from a secondhand store, and that game has retained so much value. Goodness.
Wasn't it modeled after the original Pokemon?
I bought it.
Red, blue,
yeah.
Red, blue, yellow.
Yeah, Fire Red is pretty much just like Red, but has updated graphics with cool colors and stuff like that.
Yeah. The text is still derpy as always. I've never really understood Pokemon logic. It's like you send a kid out at 10 years old on his own with pets that don't say anything but their own name.
Sexy Seal jumps in. 16 days, 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 30 seconds. Thank you very much. I'm part of
That's-
Twitch, and we beat the game.
That's a
Oh,
long
we have a
time.
reconnect.
Yes.
Woo!
It only took 5 minutes.
Yeah, they said it was going to be a while, so...
Well, 5 minutes isn't that long. We got to talk about Pokemon and Quinn. Both are very good. And Mantheon.
I know, we need to see mid lane, though, really down by about half CS. You know, at level 6, I expect some really strong Crow Storms to come out of the brushes. You know, that where you look like you're going back, but you're actually just sitting in the bush, ready to Crow Storm on top of their mid lane, because Vel'Koz doesn't have an escape. He's got a knock up and a slow, but he does not have a blink or anything to speed him up at all. So you have a silence and a fear to get some damage in on him.
Yeah, unless he has his own flash, he's not getting out of a good Crow Storm. Not to mention, it really surprises me that Rowan Asher hasn't been able to deal with Riot Aether, because, I mean, even in lane, you have the sustain advantage. I mean, you're going to have to stand in place against someone with a lot of skill shots, so you're not going to get as much, but, I mean, you still have something
Why is my camera
to
locked?
counteract the poke.
Oh no, my camera button isn't working anymore. Oh, this is really sad. The one I
button.
used to,
Double
move
tap
it.
the D key. It turns on the auto move.
No, the camera's working, but I can't...
Oh,
no, we have a big fight in the mid lane. Ron Asher trying to drain out Aether, and he's winning this one,
Oh, that
even with
was
the
good.
Ignite on him right there. Winning that trade handily. In top
Yes,
lane, the
first
Ignite
of
is
all,
down on Amundo. C3 Sound going to fight this one out. Does he have the Unstoppable Force in time? He doesn't have
Here
it
comes
up
Vi.
yet. And here comes Pantheon dropping in there. Zyrene picking up that kill with the ult itself. Vi is here, though. Ron Asher fairly low, but Captain Marvelous not going to be able to make it happen.
Oh,
Actually gets hit from the geometry of that spell, and
vision.
he probably will get out of here alive, just
Oh, yeah,
barely,
he will.
unless Bacon Hawk can speed up Zyrene, but that's not going to happen. Instead, it's just going to be a red buff steal as they go 1v1 down bottom here.
Oh,
Aphic taking a good amount of damage,
Oh, the blind mist.
giving a good amount of damage, onto Gnome, and I am so mad that I cannot control my camera anymore. All I have is like directed camera or nothing, or like scrolling. Oh, it's so broken. All right,
what
we're gonna have to
about
play this
this
directed
broken-
camera.
top lane.
C3 Sound has come back into top lane. He's gonna ult right in here. Dinox is taking a lot of damage, but now my camera's going all over the place. Ron Asher has ulted onto Vel'Koz, and he picked up the kill. Dinox got his ult back up just in time. C3 Sounds now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Dinox probably going to chase this one out even through the minions, but needs to be a little careful. He doesn't have a Spirit Visage yet, but he's going to be able to pick up the kill with a Burning Agony and an auto attack. And that is 3 for 1 right now, I think, up in the top lane there. They've been, or 4 to 1. They've been bashing back and forth quite handily. And let me see if I can fix this manual camera.
What we saw in mid lane is kind of what we were talking about with Fiddlesticks earlier. It's like the Lee Sin kind of engagement where he actually got the Crow Storm right behind Aether and then feared him into the turret, and the one last turret shot is what got the kill. So a lot of damage and a lot of sustain, drain, and everything. It was a pretty quick death. Not a painless death, but it was quick nonetheless.
Oh, I fixed it. Camera is back to normal. So I just had to rebind the key. Everything's good to go.
Good.
Yeah, but the first man drop was successful. The first Crow Storm was also successful. But the first Assault and Battery, here comes a Volgrave on a Bacon Hawk, but stopped him, did not land the damage. The Assault and Battery comes down on a Bacon Hawk. There's a lot of damage coming down. Bacon Hawk is going to be forced to flash. They don't have the damage from the culling landing onto that Karma, and Nomus is going to have to fall back right here. They did get a flash, but they use multiple ultimates to try and get that flash. Here comes a hook onto Aphic, though, and there is the Lantern. The passage has been taken. Aphic cartwheeling back there as Pantheon comes down to this bottom lane with double buffs. Here comes the man drop. Do it for Lucky's in a bad spot. Gonna flash out of here, but Nomus is definitely gonna go down as Aphic jumps in bird mode, but not soon enough to save the Pantheon. Maybe if he had that Death Sentence up to hook him prior to the stun, he might have been able to grab a kill, but lots of action down here from both junglers.
Yeah, the focus was really split when Captain Marvelous came in there. The Assault and Battery went down onto Bacon Hawk, but Aphic was 1v1ing.
Zyrene might be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going 1v1. The box is down. Can Thresh pick up this kill? And it is. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. And Karma actually getting an assist on that, which is kind of weird. Must have given him a shield right before he went over there and they started that engagement.
I believe a Soul Flare was landed right before that. One with the mantra on it. I could be wrong. I did see one fire off, and I'm pretty sure it hit something. But again, the focus was just really split there, and it gave Riot the advantage overall. And also, I think the golems were aiding Do It for Lucky in that kill onto Zyrene there. But we have Dunox getting a little bold in the top lane now that he has Spirit Visage, just running under the turret whenever. But Anomus is taking some heat from Aphic in the bot lane again. Just Aphic, whenever, or almost whenever that vault is up, he just wants to jump in onto Nomus and burst him down as much as possible.
Yeah, they traded it right there, but after he took the tower shot, they kind of ended up neck and neck. But you can see that Lucian is way behind on items. You know, almost 100 CS on Aphic, and Nomus only 55 right now. So this bot lane is definitely much wealthier on the Bird and Bacon side.
Yeah, definitely. Bird and Bacon. Can we have eggs and bacon again?
Yeah, we need to.
Maybe.
Riot.
I don't know
Riot
if
eggs.
Damascene Eagle eggs aren't that good, I guess. I guess they're kind of rare.
Oh, in the mid lane, we're going to see jungle versus jungle. Zyrene, though, taking a lot of damage on the first side of this. There's the Assault and Battery coming down. Zyrene's actually going to flash into tower range, and he's going to go down. Captain Marvel's picking up the kill, flashing out, but getting chased down by a tower shot. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, it looks like Mundo took another kill and fed off this rock monster. I knew it was going to be a tough lane for the Malphite up top, but his ultimate might be able to create a great team fight as the fight in the Tri-Brush has broken out. Do It for Lucky in a bad spot right here. The Execute about to come out, and there it is. Quinn picking up a kill and a double buff. The culling in the wrong direction. He's going to bury her butt. Going to go down right here. Not much that he could do to get out of there. Without a... He had Flash available. He might have been able to make it out of there.
Nope.
And then a failed Crow Storm at the mid lane. But a Pantheon drop coming down. There is the slow coming out of Vel'Koz. The fear is there, but he's fearing him the wrong direction, I guess, as the Disintegration Ray comes out, and Aether picks up that kill.
Yeah, after level 6, we're just seeing the junglers all over the place. Man drops. I don't think a single one has been used that didn't result in a kill so far. No dragon focus, though, but Zyrene's looking to steal his blue buff.
He was until we saw Mundo down in the mid lane. Aether had to be really careful here, and I don't even know if Zyrene can do enough damage to Dinox right now. I mean, Dinox is fairly tanky. He did go Spirit Visage first, will be forced to ult right here, but going to be able to make it out alive. The Malchism is going to try to top him back up to 3/4 health or better right now.
Meanwhile, in the Dragon Pit, we see Aphic and Baconox trying to take that down.
Oh, Captain Marvelous doesn't get it down, but there's the slow on a Dinox, who's in a lot of trouble, and Mundo's going to pick up another kill. 6-in-1 Mundo right now, and he is going to be a boss, chasing down this Aphic later on, hopefully, as they are going to be able to pick this dragon uncontested, unwarded, and that will put them about 4,000 gold ahead right now at 1550 in.
Yeah, that was very good of Riot to sink the dragon right there when no vision was there, but Community really needs to respond with something right now. They got rid of Aether in the mid lane. They had at least 3 or 4 people there in the mid lane, and they didn't even bother pushing the turret. They really need to get some kind of an objective right now besides the top lane turret that Dunox secured a few minutes ago. But
yeah, when you see Ron Asher in the mid lane did not want to push up onto that turret. He had no vision of anybody at all, so he just let the minions get killed by the turret, which will, I mean, it's going to reduce the amount of gold the other team's going to get, but it's not pushing objectives. Now a double buff Quinn in this mid lane, along with Vel'Koz, is going to be able to push this up really quickly. He's spamming his Void Rift and Plasma Fission. I gotta really remember those. Oh, great hook on a Bacon Hawk. She's going to get knocked up and drawn in there. Right, the box is going to slow her down. She is going to go down. Aphic now going 1v1 with Ron Asher right here. Aphic wants to get the kill with the auto attacks and melee. Going to be able to pick it up, but going to get hooked again as Captain Marvelous comes back. drops the Assault and Battery, picks up a kill, but here comes the Disintegration Ray. Not quite far enough. Captain Marvelous, though, get the Heartseeker Strike, picking up the kill. Do it for Lucky now in so much trouble as the culling is too little, too late. And it's going to be Riot in a 3-for-2 exchange, plus picking up the tower.
Yeah, they didn't really, thanks to the culling, they weren't actually able to get another objective off that for the inner mid turret. I don't know, that just looked like a really sloppy fight to me. Everything was all over the place. There was obvious focus, yes, but it was so back and forth. Aphik especially just dived right past everyone, and Community kind of ignored him until it was too late for Rowan Asher. He wasn't really able to contribute to the fight at all. Crowstorm wasn't used. I'm not even sure if it was up for that fight, and it just went south for Community. A 3-for-2 is not really what they need to be suffering right now. Dunox in the top lane. He's surrounded.
He's going into this 3v1. The man drops there. Malphite's here. There is the Ignite on top of him. Malchism's not going to be able to save him right here. I do not think. There's one more stun. One more stun coming up. Zyrene picking up that kill. Unstoppable Force was used as well as the Crowstorm comes over, but just not soon enough. The Silence is going to be down there. He's going to fear Zyrene away and just back out of this one. Take the Dark Passage to safety. And they're going to push up this top lane. They have 4 people in this top lane. Vi has already started to rotate, though. They're not going to get much damage on the tower without Quinn there and her auto attacks. But meanwhile, she's pushing bottom lane.
Yeah, we're seeing Riot really making use of what their team does right now. They have a Quinn who is designed to split push. She rushed the static shifts. She wants to get a lot of auto attacks on a turret. And it's not the traditional Quinn build you usually see. She has a lot of high AD scaling, especially with her vault and her passive, as well as the execute damage she gets from tag team. So it's something you don't see a static shiv rush on her. But having her in the bot lane versus Illusion, it's usually bad.
Captain Marvelous, a Vault Breaker over the wall up in the top lane here, though. Going to get slowed. Will flash for the Assault and Battery onto Ron Asher. Does he have enough damage? Another slow is going to land, though, and he's going to get kited from the Malphite's Glacial... what is it called? Seismic Shard. It's a Glacial Shard right now with that skin, though. And... meanwhile, mid lane, Dinox is going to flash on a Bacon Hawk with the Ignite, and a Cleaver to the back is going to end her life as she falls down to the turret. So 1-for-1 across the map. Dinox, though, might get caught right here. Needs to be careful. Instead, it's Thresh from the backside onto Riot Aether, who's going to be in a lot of trouble as the Maochism comes out. The first Cleaver misses. The second Cleaver, though, will not find home. The jukes are real as Do It For Lucky forced to drop the box. And Dinox now actually wanting to fight this right here. He's putting in all the damage, and then Zyrene's actually going to Mantheon power drop down back on top of him and pick up the kill. What a great play from Pantheon, ulting on top of his own fight right there. But Aphic's going to get caught out, and that is game over for Quinn.
And it went to the kill they needed it on right now. 50 CS behind, a good shutdown gold. Well, not shutdown, but any kill gold on Nomus right now is just going to help him get him back into this game. He doesn't even have the Bloodthirster completed yet, and against the Blade of the Rune King stack shift Quinn, he needs something to get back.
That birthday chase, I mean, that birthday fight right there is like pound Zyrene big plays. Because that was him dropping back on top. Not only did it let him get his cooldowns back up, but it also did additional damage and just enough to kill Mundo before Mundo killed him.
That combined with the Unstoppable Force, it looked to me especially that Dunox was definitely winning that fight. He was sustaining with the ultimate and pretty much taking down Zyrene almost got the kill if it weren't for the combination of ultimates there at the end that took him out. But Dunox doesn't care. He's just running through and standing still, killing minions in the mid lane. Community, I'd say they almost seem like they lack objective focus right now. They've missed a couple of good opportunities. They could have gone, oh, Do It For Lucky's caught. Maybe.
Ooh, Do It For Lucky forced to flash out of there, trying to get some aggressive wards for the community side. They've been a lot of warding this game. Do It For Lucky's doing a great job on support, landing hooks, landing flays, dropping in the lanterns to save people's lives. And now Zyrene is actually going to counter this red buff. They are pinging on top of him. They're going to jump in on top of him right here. The hook's going to land. The assault and battery's going to land. They're kind of stacked up. Zyrene a little bit tankier now with the Warmogs. Forced to flash over the wall. And Do It For Lucky hooking perfectly, but nobody took the lantern to follow up. And now Do It For Lucky is going to get beat on by the dragon. They had a lantern right there for him as well. And they're going to ward this dragon out. I do not think that they want to go for this dragon right
Community
now.
absolutely needs to focus down dragon right now. They have 3 of Rioters in top lane fighting. And I'll let you take over from that.
Yeah, and it's going to be Mundo picking up a kill. Will he get out alive, though? He's going to get out just barely. A little bit of peel as Do It For Lucky back on the dragon side. Zyrene's going to jump on top of him. Quinn picking up 1 kill. They did get the dragon, but they've lost 2 people right there. The culling coming across. Aphic eating all of it to the face, but going to flash with a Vault Breaker to pick up that kill. Not a Vault Breaker, excuse me. Just a Vault. Not a Vault Breaker. And now they're going to go back and they're finally going to grab this red buff as Ron Asher and Mundo are going to push up this top lane. Malkism's just about to be back up, so Ron Asher might be able to bait them in, which he does. And Riot Aether, though, putting out the Ignite in the tower shot, picking up the last hit right there. A little miscommunication. It looked like Mundo wanted to go in, and Ron Asher hadn't gotten the correct CC off right there. And they're going to push down the bottom lane turret, putting 3-1 for turrets right here for Riot.
Yeah, and with the 1 for 3, or sorry, the 3 for none, actually, I think that was around the Dragon Pit. Riot just had the good positioning and the good minion wave placement to push down both mid and bottom inner tier turrets. They didn't finish off mid. It's it's not even really a scratch, but there was actually a big minion wave there that Zyrene didn't use to get the turret. But the bottom turret did go down, and that's the 3rd now for Riot.
And if we take a look at the gold and the scores, down by 6 kills, about 8,000 gold and 2 towers. Community on the back foot right now. They really don't have the damage on the AD carry like they need from the back line. And that's really important, especially when you have people diving in like a Pantheon and a Malphite. You need your AD carry to be strong enough to put real damage onto them and get them to fall back. But we haven't seen a full team fight yet. We haven't seen if we got a good Fiddlesticks ultimate, which can really change the tune of any fed AD carry, which right now, 6-2-3, and has a 60 CS lead, is looking very strong, along with the Jungle Pantheon soaking up all kinds of kills. 8-2 right now.
Yeah, I'm really looking at where the kills are on both these teams. You see them where you want them.
Oh, there's the hook. Not going to land, but the man drops on the backside. Nomus is the target right here. He's going to get feared out, though. Zyrene is going to be in a lot of trouble, taking all kinds of damage. They finally shut him down, and now it's going to be a 4v3, but here comes Aphic on the backside, picking up 1 kill, picking up 2 kills. Ron Asher finally getting the fear onto him, and Aphic in a rough spot as Mundo, going where he pleases, going to land a great cleaver right there, but going to be forced to fall back. And a crow bounces all the way across and picks up that kill. And those are one of those crows where you're like, I'm so glad that happened, but that's pure luck.
Was that seriously only 2 for 2?
That was a crazy fight for 2v2.
That fight was so chaotic and all over the place. There were a couple ultimates that actually weren't even used there. Well, one ultimate that wasn't used there. And that's from Riot Aether, who might find a target right now on
knocked up. He's going to get slowed. Another slow coming across, and there is the laser beam, but a perfect Zhonya's not going to be enough to save your life, because the geometry is just too strong off of that plasma fission.
It's the syndrome you get when you're still not used to playing against a new champion, especially on a mid lane like Fiddlesticks, who you don't really see there. The plasma fission, I believe, is that ability's name that you keep calling geometry. But yeah, dodging
it's called geometry when you hit him with the actual split from the 90-degree angle.
True. And now the most fed members on each team are fighting in top lane.
Oh, but it's going to be a 2v1 as Riot Aether is here, forcing a flash at Mundo. He's going to back off of this one, but I don't think Aphic wants to actually jump in here. Vaults towards him off of one of the minions, but they decided to just go ahead and farm this wave, get some more HP, and soon to have a QSS, I believe, because that fear was very detrimental in that last fight, where Aphic came in the back line, and as soon as Fiddle saw it, dropped a Terrify on that Quinn's head, and now Quinn is probably going to look for a QSS right away.
Yeah, and it really helps that Zyrene is able to take a lot of health out of Nomus at the beginning of the fight, especially with the execute damage, because Aphic can just jump in there with tag team and immediately finish off Nomus right at the start of a fight, which he did. And we see Captain Marvelous wants to go in, but he's taking a lot of kite damage.
Yeah, but doing a good job actually using a Vault Breaker to jump in there. There's a hook on a Bacon Hawk. They're going to engage on this one. The box is down. There is the Disintegration Ray onto Mundo. He is going to go down. And Quinn picking up that kill. There's the Unstoppable Force on Anomus. There's a lot of trouble for everybody right here. Captain Marvelous, Assault and Battery. Too little too late onto that Vel'Koz. And now it's Do It For Lucky running for his life. But he can't take his own Lantern. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this one alive. He will get back to the tower. Forced to run out of here. But that was a 4 versus 5 up top. Meanwhile, Zyrene down on the bottom is pushing their inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they really just lost the 4 versus 5 because they took a lot of kiting damage. Captain Marvelous was trying to get a good Vault Breaker, and he just took a lot. It was the everything that Vel'Koz threw at him, and I believe some Karma damage from Soul Flare. But Riot is having a lot of minions still left in his top lane. They're going to get 2 turrets out of this push.
Yeah, they had a big wave pushing up after that team fight. Aphic and Aether.
Oh, Aphic might be caught.
Oh, Aether taking big damage right there. Like I said, no escapes. Lucian picking up a kill. Aphic gonna vault over the wall and head on out of there. Even though you hook a wolf. Oh, but here comes Mundo. The cleaver's not gonna hit. Maybe he needs briefcases because they're a little bit wider. As C3 Sound is gonna be here to peel a little bit. They need to be really careful right here, chasing this one in. Karma actually is really far away right now. Here comes the man drop, though. Aphic is going to get knocked down before the man drop drops in, and Zyrene in a lot of trouble. Crowstorm on top of him. It is a birthday party for Zyrene in more than one way.
That was a lot of damage that is now gone from Riot, especially the Smite and the Execute from Tag Team are gone. The community really needs to get a Baron to get back in this game. They're 10,000 gold down. It'll only keep Riot out for now, but they should at least be able to get something back with this Baron.
Yeah, they have the 10 and 5 Mundo, but Mundo hasn't gone for a Random's Omen. In fact, there is no Random's Omen on the community side, and that would go a long way versus this Quinn right now. Just chunking down that attack speed so Mundo could stick right to him. Not only that, but causing her to be slowed even if he doesn't land a cleaver.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The physical damage is really a lot more threatening right now from Riot, especially between Zyrene and Aphic. There is a lot of bursts and a lot of chase and finishing potential there. They're going to get 1 turret out of this Baron so far after everyone else backs off. And Community's pinging Dragon. I'm not even sure they really want to go for that right now. They still have most, if not all, of the ultimates up on Riot side, and they'll be able to defend it if they go for it. But they're splitting up, and it's not even bothering.
They warded. There were no wards from Riot right there in this bottom lane. So they're going to be able to pick up this Dragon. Will Zyrene be able to come and contest this? He needs to be really careful not to get caught by a hook right here. The cleaver lands. Here comes a Death Sentence. There it is. It's actually going to grab C3 Sound, who has ulted in with the Unstoppable Force. And Aether from the back line with the laser beams jumping in here. And now Mundo jumping in, but nobody coming to back him up. He's going to be ignited. Now he's trying to get out of there. There's no Lantern to save him. And that's going to be a... Oh, the lockdown on the Karma tether right there. Getting him... getting that extra that they needed in a ult down bottom. Zyrene going man mode, trying to stop them. But it is a Baron up as Ron Asher seems to stop for a second. Captain Marvel's coming back in. Zyrene almost out of mana. The culling coming across as Zyrene in a lot of trouble now. The Ignite is on him. They are chasing. They need the Iceborne Gauntlet to land. Malphite turning back around and Karma giving the speed up and the slowdown to try and help them out. A flash from Ron Asher into the bush. Here's the fear. Is going to land the drain. Will there be enough damage? No. 7 HP. Riot Aether getting out of there.
Meanwhile,
just
top lane.
Barely. But you're right. Meanwhile, top lane. Quinn's going to take another inhibitor turret.
Yeah, split push Quinn doing the work there. Takes out the second inhibitor turret of the game. Still no inhibitors down, and a few Barons still left on this community side right now. Asher and Nomus need to be really careful. They are still outnumbered in this area.
Oh, Asher's going to actually ult right there. He rocks a little too far, but that's going to be an easy pickup. Camp in the brush. And it's going to be Fiddlesticks picking up that kill. Fiddle now, 4, 6, and 5. As Aphic might... Nope, it looks like he's going to... he's just going to have the double team popped And he's going to cruise all the way across the map right here because Thresh
good.
is there. He's going to run out of his ultimate very quickly, though.
It lasts 20 seconds.
Oh, he's actually going to turn around and do it for Lucky. Bacon Hawk is there. A flash from Do It for Lucky is going to pop out of there, but he does not land the death sentence. Aether now coming on to Captain Marvelous there, chasing a little too far. And Captain Marvelous taking the Dark Passage out of there. A little bit of Baron regen. Oh, with a flash laser beam disintegrating the back head of that Vi. And they are actually going to pick up a kill, but that was quite a bit burned to try to pick up that kill. And a flash on Vel'Koz is like gold dust.
Yeah, especially against the Fiddlesticks. And, Fiddlesticks, Vi, Mundo, you name it. There was a lot blown there. Unix might be caught here, though. Or not.
They don't land the slow. They will get the stun onto him, but, I mean, all that tenacity from the Burning Agony, no big deal.
Aphik, looking on the side here, he doesn't have tag team available yet to really assassinate anyone with it. Some fishing with the hooks there from Do It for Lucky. Doesn't find any catches, no birds. And it will be Riot Aphik going back to get, I believe that's finishing off Mercurial Scimitar.
I don't think that's how you catch birds. I'm pretty sure that you fish for fish and you don't throw hooks at birds. But, we might see it happen later on. Do It for Lucky's been doing a great job with those death sentences. Definitely been landing the majority of them and creating plays. But Dinox, look how tanky he's getting. Still no Randuin's Omen. Maybe that Giant Spell's going to go into a Randuin's Omen here pretty soon. But a Zephyr picked up onto Lucian as his attack speed item, and he sold his boots for it. So a very early boot sell for the Zephyr right there. And we know the QSS is out on Quinn. We saw that a little while ago. Worried about the Terrify. Captain Marvelous going to get a Lantern to get out of here. Zyrene's going to be jumping on him. Will they get the smite? They will. There's a free blue buff. As they come over the wall, but Dinox is on the other side, running in here. Captain Marvelous is going to come over the wall, slows Zyrene down. There's the unstoppable force on a Captain Marvelous, but Disintegration Ray doing lots of damage. Dinox just trying to tank it all and save his team. He's going to flash out of this one. Zyrene's going to flash as well. Aphik is there with the Vault, picking up the kill for Pantheon. And Pantheon's going to grab Do It for Lucky. Captain Marvelous actually ninja'd out in the brush, leaving the teammates there for Pantheon to pick up a double kill.
Nomus and Marvelous just barely getting out there. I'm actually surprised Nomus lived as well. He was able to get out away from the chase from Aphik. And they will be left to try to defend, but Aphik wants blood here.
Yeah, Mundo was just not in the right spot that last fight. He went in as they Lantern Vi out, and it was just a bad crisscross, leaving the tank all alone to take all that damage.
And with 5 members of Riot up, they should be able to get this last inhibitor turret here, if not at least the 2 side inhibitors. And after they get those, or not, Aphik might, he's good. He can outdamage that Vi easily enough.
Yeah, meanwhile down bottom, it's just Ron Asher, who has help now, is going to ult in there. Do It for Lucky, not going to land the hook right there. And that is going to be a birthday party that nobody showed up for. Meanwhile, the mid tower has gone down. Inhibitors haven't gone down. It's a fight between Captain Marvelous and Riot Aphik, but Aphik is just too strong right now in that Quinn. Almost full build. Going to be able to pick up the first inhibitor right there. But Aphik needs to be careful because Mundo is no pushover.
Community is splitting their focus too much. They're trying to defend all their lanes at once. What they needed to do is just get focus on one. Instead, they're going to lose 2, if not all 3 of their inhibitors by the time this is over. Nomus just trying to defend this mid lane, but tag team's up.
Tag team onto Nomus and pretty much chunking him down with the full row of abilities. Dinox trying to go 1v4. It's a bad idea. He's going to take the Lantern out, and a Vault pulling Aphik on the Lantern Mundo into tower range. And a Disintegration Ray just used to try to take down these minions as the super minions are on their way. So this is the last hope. Do It for Lucky landing a hook, dropping the box right there. Aphik taking double tower hits down to half health. Forced to get out of there. Zyrene, though, so tanky right now with that Warmogs. And it's going to be a kill for Quinn and the Nexus for Riot right here. Ron Asher gonna throw a balloon animal in there, but it's just going to be too little too late as Riot take the game 36-50. and pretty convincingly towards the mid game. I mean, they really started pushing their advantages.
Yeah, it wasn't just. I